In Season 12, Episode 19 of The Curse of Oak Island, the team continues its pursuit of the island's centuries-old treasure. Despite setbacks, the Lagina brothers and their crew continue to investigate multiple dig sites, hoping to uncover definitive evidence of treasure buried beneath Oak Island. The hit and miss episode highlights promising discoveries and frustrating dead ends. The team's efforts centered on the Money Pit area, the swamp, and Lot 5, each offering tantalizing clues that kept the mystery alive. The findings, from carbon-dated wood to French pottery, suggest historical activity that could be linked to the original treasure deposit. Yet once again, the island seems determined to keep its secrets hidden. The team uncovered wooden beams in the north corner of Shaft 6, near the Money Pit, that hinted at a possible man-made tunnel. An earlier failed excavation left behind a debris field, but new hope emerged from an adjacent borehole known as RP2. There, they recovered an iron strap believed to have once secured a treasure chest, hand-cut timber, and a barrel stake nearly 100 feet deep. These items supported theories that the treasure was stored in barrels along with chests. However, despite these promising finds, RP2 ultimately ended without revealing the treasure. Refusing to give up, the team began planning another caisson shaft, remaining confident they were close to solving the Money Pit mystery. In the island's infamous swamp area, the team continued efforts to uncover the cobblestone path long believed to be part of a man-made structure. Katia Drayton discovered axe-cut wood and a log with man-made carvings, while additional stakes were found spaced precisely 14 feet apart, possibly indicating past construction or navigation methods. These discoveries bolster the theory that Fred Nolan was correct in believing extensive digging had occurred in the swamp centuries ago. On Lot 5, further historic artifacts emerged, including a nail thought to be a waff pin from the 1700s and a shard of Ashbury ware ceramic. Meanwhile, a piece of pottery featuring a fleur-de-lis was retrieved from the RP2 shaft's wash plant, possibly hinting at French or Templar connections. In the war room, a carbon-14 test on a wooden dowel pulled from 60 feet deep in RP2 revealed a 44% chance it dates back to 1744, just a year before the Money Pit's recorded discovery. To close the episode, Rick convinces the team to continue searching for treasure in the Money Pit. Season 12 has been a slow-burning fuse, inching its way toward a long-awaited breakthrough in the fabled Money Pit. Episode 19 continues that tension, drawing viewers deeper into the tangled web of clues emerging from Shaft 6, while withholding the explosive revelations fans keep expecting. On an island where every discovery seems to generate more questions than solutions, this chapter epitomizes the eternal push-pull between anticipation and uncertainty. The team comes into the episode energized, determined to chase new leads that might finally align the centuries-old puzzle pieces scattered across Oak Island's labyrinth of tunnels, shafts, and flooded chambers. The episode opens with a sense of mounting optimism. The crew believes they may be brushing up against an engineered void connected to Shaft 6, a structure believed to sit close to the original Money Pit. Hopes are cautiously high because recent drilling efforts have suggested the presence of timbers far older than 20th century interventions. For a team that has spent years filtering out modern debris from historically significant evidence, this possibility is invigorating. The question hovering over the dig is whether these wooden fragments could be part of the mythical Searcher tunnels or perhaps remnants of the first expedition that documented the mysterious oak platforms. Even a slight chance that these materials are original prompts renewed determination. As the caisson pushes downward, sensors begin registering shifts in density, indicating potential cavities or pockets of disturbed earth. It is a moment of promise that stirs memories of previous seasons, when similar anomalies offered hints of treasure vaults or flood tunnels. Yet, the team remains grounded, aware that Oak Island has a frustrating tendency to play tricks on those who chase its secrets. One moment, the data suggests a breakthrough. The next, the island reveals only natural formations or decayed structures left behind by long-forgotten treasure hunters. But the present indications feel different, more deliberate, more intentional, almost as if the underground layout is finally revealing its design. Further analysis of the material coming up from Shaft 6 adds new layers to the intrigue. Wood samples marked by tool impressions begin appearing in the spoils, their surfaces scarred in ways that suggest human craftsmanship rather than random erosion. The team sends the pieces for carbon testing while they continue drilling, hoping the timeline will align with the late 1600s or early 1700s, a period that has long been associated with the most compelling treasure theories. If the wood predates the known Searcher tunnels, the implications could be extraordinary. For now, patience is required, and patience is one commodity the team has learned to stockpile. As digging continues, the structure of Shaft 6 itself becomes a focal point. The original searchers who built it more than a century ago created it as a secondary access tunnel to reach the money pit. Over time, collapse, flooding, and erosion transformed the area into an archaeological patchwork. Reconstructing its original purpose requires careful detective work. The team reviews aging maps and notes from long-lost operations, comparing these relics to modern seismic surveys. The challenge lies in interpreting imperfect data written by men who had no idea their efforts would be scrutinized under 21st century technology. Yet sometimes their crude sketches and observations become pivotal keys that unlock modern mysteries. Midway through the episode, the narrative shifts toward the island's history and the possible motivations behind the construction of these underground structures. The team revisits theories involving European clandestine missions, secret societies, and even royal operations. Whether the island's engineering stems from pirates, French military engineers, or religious organizations remains up for debate. But Shaft 6's clues bring theories about water diversion and decoy systems back into the spotlight. If the original builders created a false chamber to distract treasure seekers, Shaft 6 might be leading the team toward the real vault or confirming that the money pit was designed from the outset to mislead. The platform continues lowering deeper through layers of clay and silt. Pressure inside the caisson rises, and equipment grinds against unexpected obstructions. Each thud resonates like a pulse of warning, suggesting they are contacting sturdy material of unknown origin. Could it be bedrock, another timber, or the upper boundary of a sealed chamber? Viewers are left to watch the team interpret instrument readings, weighing the possibility of breakthrough against the risk of damaging a historically significant structure. The tension is palpable, even without conclusive discoveries. Meanwhile, the metal detection team explores nearby terrain in hopes of finding peripheral clues that might contextualize the Shaft 6 findings. A series of faint signals leads to small but intriguing metal fragments. These pieces, though not spectacular on their own, add to the growing puzzle. Their irregular shapes and varying compositions hint that the island's past was more active and diverse than archival documents suggest. Decades of research have taught the team to value even the tiniest scrap because, on Oak Island, small clues often point toward larger stories waiting to be uncovered. In the research center, team members compare the new data to the island's extensive collection of historical maps. One early 18th century chart, containing cryptic notations about subterranean channels, draws renewed attention. If the builders deliberately created multiple shafts to confuse or reroute future explorers, Shaft 6 might be intersecting one of these intentionally engineered dead ends. Alternatively, the shaft's alignment might confirm long-held suspicions that the original money pit was part of a larger, multi-layered complex. The episode leans into this speculative angle, encouraging viewers to imagine the scale of planning and labor that such an undertaking would have required. Later in the episode, the drilling team retrieves a section of timber that appears unusually well preserved compared to previous finds. Its edges are sharp and its grain tightly compacted, suggesting rapid burial in oxygen-poor conditions. The team examines the piece carefully, noting what appears to be a joinery cut that resembles a type used primarily in the late medieval and early modern periods. While it's too soon to confirm its age, the timber adds fresh excitement to the dig. If this piece does indeed belong to an early construction phase, it could support the idea that Oak Island's engineering predates the earliest known expeditions. The episode also revisits the geological anomalies around Shaft 6. Ground-penetrating radar surveys from previous weeks hinted at unnatural depressions and voids beneath the forest floor. Fresh scans now suggest the presence of a channel leading toward the money pit area. The shape of the channel is distinctive, neither fully natural nor entirely artificial, which suggests it may have been altered by human intervention. Some on the team interpret it as a collapsed tunnel, while others believe it might be part of a drainage system intended to protect or conceal buried artifacts. The ambiguity fuels lively debate within the group and among